Thank you very much. You may be seated. Now, it might interest you to know that Professor Juma is the one who recruited me to be the assistant lecturer, like he said. So he was then serving as the Dean of the Faculty of Law. So it's good to see all of you here, and some of the faces which I know, apart from Professor Juma, of course, and some of you we have met already, but I am so happy to be here, and I'm very humbled by the long, kind words that you have said. Thank you so much. And with all that has been said, I don't know how to address you now, because I feel like people have so much expectations. And like I said, I see a lot of faces that I know here, and I'm seeing one of my supervisors, Professor Hamoud Majamba, is also here. So it's so good to see everybody here who has been part of this journey that Professor Juma has just said. So I'll give my closing remarks, because I am worried. As politicians, we can talk endlessly, and I am mindful that I'm addressing here justices who may not be very interested in our very long words and too many political words. Honorable Professor Ibrahim Hamis Juma, the Chief Justice of the United Republic of Tanzania. Honorable Hamis Ramadan Abdallah, the Chief Justice of Zanzibar. Honorable Deputy Chief Justice of Uganda, Honorable Justice Richard Butera. Principal judges and representatives of the Chief Justices of national judiciaries here present. Honorable Justice Nestor Kayobera, the Judge President of the East African Court of Justice. Honorable Justice John Eudes Keitirima, the President of the East African Magistrates and Judges Association. Honorable Presidents of the National Associations of the Magistrates and Judges. Honorable Lord and Lady Justices of the Supreme Courts, Courts of Appeal, and High Courts present, Your Worships, Registrars, Magistrates, and all other judicial officers here present, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to be here today, and like the previous two speakers that I've listened to, I am happy that the justices are ready to listen to the other arm of the state, that's the legislature. And I am happy to be representing all the legislatures in East Africa, because what I'm going to say are the sentiments that will be shared by every legislature. And since you're here as East African people who actually represent the other arm of the state, the judiciary, I am happy that you invited to open this meeting or to officiate this conference that you have been having here was officiated by the executive. So this shows that we actually can work together and we depend on each other. So I am happy to be here to officiate the closing ceremony of the 21st East African Magistrates and Judges Association, EMJ, conference and annual general meeting. Much as the annual general meeting will continue tomorrow. I begin by thanking the Almighty God for keeping all of you safe and alive. And as our president just said, you have been here in Arusha and you have been here living 24 hours, not sleeping. So let me take this opportunity also to express my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Ibrahim Juma, the Honorable Chief Justice of the United Republic of Tanzania, for kindly inviting me to officiate this closing ceremony. Apart from the fact that I associate myself with you, but the fact that you thought that it was important for the leader of the legislature of Tanzania to come and close this meeting, we very much appreciate. I understand very much that this conference was opened by Honorable Kassim Majaliwa, the Prime Minister of the United Republic of Tanzania, on behalf of Our Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, who would have wished to be here herself, but she wasn't here because of the other commitments. But the fact that she sent here the Prime Minister shows you, dear justices here, that she values you very much, and as you might have attested already by the few days that you have been here, she's working tirelessly to make sure the judiciary in Tanzania delivers to its mandate that it has to the people of Tanzania. So the fact that you have been here, you have discussed a number of issues, and I would like to commend you particularly on the theme that you chose for this year's conference: strengthening justice delivery systems for regional integration and economic growth. This is an incredibly relevant and timely topic. The discussions and deliberations held over the past few days have undoubtedly been thought-provoking and impactful. I am confident that the insights and resolutions from this gathering will transcend the walls of this conference hall and translate into tangible actions in your respective jurisdictions, advancing our shared mission to deliver timely justice to the people of East Africa. My lords and worships, as Speaker of the National Assembly of Tanzania and the President of the Interparliamentary Union, I feel an immense sense of pride to address this esteemed assembly of legal professionals. While my career path, as Professor Juma has just mentioned, as a lawyer, took a different path from the bench, my connection to the legal profession remains strong and deeply rooted. It fills me with immense pride to stand among accomplished men and women with whom I share a profound bond through this noble profession. Your role in interpreting laws enacted by legislative bodies like ours is indispensable. The judiciary serves as the backbone of a functional legal system, and its independence and robustness are vital for ensuring justice. We must work hand in hand to develop and sustain legal frameworks that uphold the rights and responsibilities of all citizens. I urge you to continue discharging your duties with integrity, impartiality, and an unwavering commitment to the rule of law. Distinguished participants, allow me to reflect briefly on some of the key topics discussed during this conference. The topic on enhancing judicial foundations, courts as cornerstones of the criminal justice chain, presented by Honorable Mohamed Chande Othman, the former Chief Justice of Tanzania, stands out. His leadership on critical reforms in Tanzania's criminal justice system has been exemplary. And I understand that the recommendations from his team that he was leading are currently being implemented. And this takes also the role of the legislature, because some of those recommendations are meant to be worked on in terms of legislating, and some of them making amendments to different laws. Strengthening the criminal justice system is vital for upholding due process and safeguarding constitutional rights. Equally important was the discussion on civil justice reforms, re-engineering business processes to enhance efficiency in justice delivery. I commend the judiciaries in our region for adopting digital technologies that have significantly reduced case backlogs and improved access to justice. These advancements are not only transformative for the judicial process, but also catalysts for economic growth. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the topic on harmonization of labor laws and Court jurisprudence in East Africa resonates deeply with the East Africa's vision of regional integration. Timely and harmonized resolution of labor disputes is crucial for protecting the rights of both workers and employers, while also fostering economic cooperation and mobility within the region. It is a task we must prioritize as we continue to implement the East African Common Market Protocol. Lastly, the session on electronic case management systems and adjudication of transnational organized crimes and illicit cash flows underscores the importance of technology in modern justice delivery. As we embrace e-justice, we must remain vigilant against the evolving threats of cybercrimes, human trafficking, and illicit financial flows. Our judiciaries must be equipped with the skills, tools, and resources necessary to combat these complex challenges effectively. Honorable Chief Justices and members of the judiciaries, artificial intelligence is rapidly advancing technology projected to contribute up to 14% of the global GDP by 2030 and grow from 207 billion market in 2023 to 357 billion by 2025. While it offers immense opportunities to enhance efficiency and innovation, it also poses significant risks, including privacy violations, bias, and misuse, which can undermine democracy, human rights, and rule of law. Judiciaries have a vital role in ensuring artificial intelligence operates within robust legal frameworks that uphold fairness, transparency, and accountability. With 72% of people expressing concerns about privacy breaches from AI and 85% of organizations implementing artificial intelligence encountering ethical challenges, your oversight is crucial to protect citizens' rights and maintain public trust. Clear and adaptive legal structures are necessary to mitigate these risks and justice is saved. Artificial intelligence's potential to impact democracy is profound, especially in electoral processes and public administration, which must be safeguarded from manipulation. And here, like Professor Juma just mentioned, as a member of parliament who is elected by my constituency, I will be very concerned about the use of AI and how it can manipulate the results of an election. In which case, I will have to approach the bench for the decision in that respect. So what I'm trying to say here is that the bench has to be ready to hear such cases, much as legislators of the East African community, but also as legislators of the world. We are still grappling with how we are going to legislate about this sphere, but since it is already in existence, I would urge you, the bench, to be ready for the challenges that are posed by artificial intelligence. Similarly, the rule of law must evolve to address the complexities introduced by automated systems to ensure justice remains impartial. Furthermore, human rights must remain at the forefront, with AI development prioritizing privacy, dignity, and equity while preventing discrimination. As a leader in the political sphere, we are concerned about what AI is trying to do, especially when we approach the bench and the people that we represent. The reason being, there is a likelihood that the bench also might use artificial intelligence in its judgment. And when that comes, we will miss the human touch that usually comes when the advocates are arguing before the bench. So we don't know how it's going to work, but we really urge you, as the people who are entrusted by our respective constitutions, to dispense justice to the people to also embrace these challenges and see how human touch will still be there much as we are advancing technology, and it is very important for timely justice. But we would want that justice to be timely at the same time to be served. By adopting the Interparliamentary Union Resolution on Artificial Intelligence impact on democracy, human rights, and rule of law, East Africa can lead by example. Your role in balancing technological innovation with ethical governance will ensure that artificial intelligence supports societal progress without compromising justice or democratic values. The leadership of the judiciary in this regard will shape a future that harmonizes innovation with integrity and fairness. Ladies and gentlemen, before concluding, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for graciously agreeing to officiate this annual conference and general meeting. I have already in the beginning expressed to you that the fact that she sent the Prime Minister shows how she values the role of the judiciary. But at the same time, you talked about resources and the fact that the parliaments do appropriate the budgets. In Tanzania here, we have tried. We haven't reached where the judiciary would want to be, but we have tried to appropriate maybe not adequate, but sufficient resources for the judiciary to be able to operate effectively. And I'm sure they have been able to share the good cases where they have reduced the number of cases that were waiting for decisions, but at the same time, Her Excellency has tried to appoint as many judges as possible during her tenure. So as the legislature, we will keep doing that, and of course under her leadership, because she is more than ready to ensure that the judiciary is there to deliver justice. Under her leadership, Tanzania has witnessed remarkable progress in strengthening the judiciary. Efforts such as digitalization of judicial processes, including online hearings and electronic case management systems, have significantly improved efficiency and reduced case backlog. Furthermore, the establishment of specialized courts like the Corruption and Economic Crimes Court highlights her dedication to addressing key challenges such as corruption and illicit financial flows. Additionally, increased resource allocation to the judiciary has enhanced its financial independence, enabling better support for judicial officers and improved infrastructure. These strides not only foster a robust justice system, but also builds public confidence and strengthen regional cooperation. We commend the President's visionary leadership and unwavering support for the judiciary, which motivates us to pursue excellence in delivering justice. Honorable Chief Justices, I'm sure you will agree with me. It will be remiss not to mention the beauty and warmth of our country, especially here in Arusha. And I think so much has already been said. That's why the Chief Justice was being commended for having introduced to you the city of Arusha and what it's ready to offer. And I am happy to learn that you have already been enjoying yourself in Arusha and you plan to keep enjoying yourself. Here in Tanzania, we are ready to host you now. And even when you go back, you can always come back to Tanzania. This is your second home. And we are all East Africans after all. Dear participants, in conclusion, I wish to express my gratitude to all participants for taking the time to attend this very important conference. Your presence and contributions have made this event a resounding success. As you return to your respective countries, I wish you safe travels, and I hope you come back again. With these remarks, I would like to declare the 21st East African Magistrates and Judges Association EMJA conference officially closed.